do you get a couple thousand Paramore fans to fight in the comment section of a YouTube video while occasionally calling me a stupid whore? By doing a review like this, here on WreckedRadio. Hey Wreck Nation, I'm just Paul, and spoiler alert, I actually really liked this album, but like every review I do, I pick it to death and question every single motive of every element of the album that I can, because that's just what I do. At the bottom, you'll see the opinions of some of my most esteemed viewers that sent their opinions in while I talk about what I think. So let's jump right into it. Fast in My Car. This was a great opening and a fun and energetic tune to really attach to. But one thing that I think about this song is that the tone of the verses and then the tone of the chorus, they're kind of trickingly incompatible. Overall, the song is a celebration of the band's rise from hard times, but Hayley is a liar if she claims that she's not still poking at the split from the Pharaohs, with lyrics like, "Been through the ringer a couple times, I came out callous and cruel." And my two friends know this very well because they went through it too. Now was an intense and inspiring single that I believe really kickstarted this album, and I was very happy for it. It had really inspiring hooks and lyrics, and as an artist, a writer, I felt that I was inspired to want to make my own art, to express myself. I mean, I didn't, but I really wanted to. Grow Up had quite a few similarities with the first two in the sense that it was incredibly fun, but another thing that it has in common with the first two is that I felt like I spent the first three songs, including other scattered songs like Anklebiters, Moving On, and Not Angry Anymore, waiting for them to stop harping on past tensions. Because of Paramore's high-profile split, it isn't unheard of for a fan listening to believe that she will always, for the most part, be talking about the Pharaohs when she's referring some kind of relationship strife. My question is, will the band ever be lifted from this spiteful stigma supposedly towards the Pharaohs? Or should we embrace that this is an attitude, this rough kid attitude, that has been reminiscent and prevalent in the band's music far before they even split up? Tell me what you think. Whatever. Daydreaming was another inspiring and activating song. It was a simple tune, but I predict that it will be very relatable to many fans that feel like they're moving through life and moving on. A heck of a lot more than the song Moving On. As for track number 5, Interlude, Moving On, are you? Are you really? Ain't It Fun was absolutely my favorite song on this album. It had lots of incredible elements of other genres or styles of music, including, in the very beginning, what I identified as early 90s pop, maybe, and also the obvious choir element that I am a sucker for in every time it's used. I also did really like the theme of this song, though it's very similar to the spiteful theme that runs throughout. But I thought it was very forward. Whatever. Part 2 was a song that I believe was most classically Paramore pop punk rock. I think a lot of fans that are very loyal to the early stages of Paramore, the early era from Misery Business or before that, to Decode, I think they'd really appreciate this song. Last Hope was incredibly inspiring in both tone and lyrics, and Still Into You was probably the lightest and bubbliest song in the entire album that really reminded you that Paramore has a sugary side. Anklebiters, I believe, is a album highlight for a lot of people. It was rocky and punky, and again reminiscent of some old Paramore. Interlude, Holiday. I like the idea of these short ukulele interludes, but I just don't have a lot to say about it. So that's what I have to say about it. Proof is a great rock tune, but thematically, it was kind of a filler for me, and I didn't connect with it. Hate to See Your Heartbreak was a sweet song that I believe a lot of teen girls will cuddle up with late at night. That's sexist. Anyways, I just believe that this is one of the songs that relates mostly to Hayley's personal life. You know, in her personal relationships. And I think that a lot of people can connect with that. Similarly to Still Into You. One of those crazy girls was another one that I believe was referencing a different music era. This one was 60s doo-wop, if I picked it correctly. And it was a nice diversion from the standard pop punk that I appreciated. Interlude, I'm Not Angry Anymore, redundant. Be Alone was probably my second favorite tune on this album. It's a nice twist on a love song and an incredibly smart and catchy hook that I find myself singing throughout my house, when no one is around, of course. Future is a stripped down and heartfelt ballad that is really beautiful, and I believe a lot of people will also like, because it really does present a raw side of Paramore that I think a couple people saw during the singles period. You can't read the lyrics online, at least on the Paramore site, but I liked it. My favorite lyric actually came from Last Hope, and what's funny about this lyric is that I usually pick some of the most obscure, snarky, tongue-in-cheek lyrics to make me look cool because I'm like so deep. No, I really like those ones, those kinds. But this one was actually very simple, and it was the chorus of Last Hope. Just the way it was sung and presented and played, along with the very straightforward message that it was presenting, it almost makes me choke up. So the lyrics are, it's just a spark, but it's enough to keep me going. And when it's dark out, no one's around, it keeps glowing. It really does. Really does sit with me. So, I give it 4 out of 5 stars. You guys out there, it's time to tell me what you think about the Paramore album. That's not bad, 13 minutes. I could have talked a whole lot longer. Thank you for watching this interview, and if you would like to see more on Paramore, I actually have Brand New Eyes review still on this channel because I did that review around the beginning of the show, probably like 2009, something, 2010. Have a great night, guys. Peace, love.